What's up, you guys? I got a 2007 Dodge Calibre here. If you got the Dodge, this is what size engine is this? 2.0 liter. They're all the same thing. Calibre, uh, Dodge with this weird looking intake. Replacing a starter, which is all the way down there. There it is. That's where the starter is, all the way down there on this guy. Anyways, it's not that difficult. It's gonna be mind playing game. So what I did was I took off that little flap right here. This flap has this little thing you turn and this thing you turn, and it slips off. So it pretty much slides off. I took off the battery. You got a 13 millimeter here. This little guy goes right there, and two 10 millimeter, I loosened them, and what I did was I took off this air duct pipe. I disconnected this sensor. You got to pull this tab back and squeeze and get the sensor off, this air temperature sensor. Turn this 8 millimeter, turn this. You're going to have to reach with this little guy all the way down there. Right from over here, you're going to have to reach all the way by the throttle body and turn it, loosen it up. After that, I use the pry bar just to put it right here. I put the pry bar right here and I yanked it and it comes right off. And now I'm at a point where I did disconnect the throttle body here. Also, same thing, the throttle body has a connector similar to this. You pull back with the red pack, squeeze, and it comes off. And I pushed it back down right there. So I want to take off this 13 millimeter. And I think that one is a 15 millimeter. That's a ground. And then that bracket goes to the throttle body. It has a 10 millimeter, two 10 millimeters on that. Once that bracket come off, we're going to see if the starter has any more bolts besides that. I think it's going to be one in the bottom. And we're going to fish out both of the connectors. Once we're going to have to disconnect the yellow little lead going down. We're going to disconnect that. You're going to have to fish it somehow, somewhere. Not that big, thick cable, but the other one right next to it. Both of these, the red one, they can come out once the starter's out. And we do have a free play to the line. Anyway, once it's all out, I will show you. So all I need to do is take off a couple of these bolts. Okay, so to begin with, what you want to do is you want to twist this. You want to twist this. And this baby comes right off. You pull on this red tab here and this, and then push on this, and this comes off. Move this, lift this. Remove, turn this a few turns. This whole thing comes off. Remove the battery. You got a 13 millimeter down there. Bada bing, bada boom, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this. That's how we're gonna start everything. No need to take out the antifreeze or anything like that. It's gonna be right from up here, everything. Okay, just to update you guys a bit, what I did was, where did I put the tool? I used this long ratchet. I took off the battery tray. The battery tray has it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts in there. You see the 5 holes? Take them all off. The thing just comes right off. And then remember, we took off the bracket of the throttle. We took off this ground cable here, and I did able to fish that little clip out on the starter. Very important you put back, but I just had my tool right here, right in front of my eyes. Okay, right here. I use this 15 millimeter swivel. Went right behind this little guy, and I fished out that bottom bolt on that starter. Hopefully that is the correct bolt. Anyways, I don't see any other bolts. That definitely is the bolt. So we only got this red cable going to the starter now. Let's see. I'm going to just try to push it out. There you go. It's out. So I just yanked it a bit. And now we should be able to push the starter back and bring the whole starter up towards us. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the starter to come up and come out this way, and we're gonna bring it all up here, and we're gonna change the wiring on it, the connector and everything on it. I'm sorry, the bolt is probably a 12 or 13 millimeter, and this starter should simply lift up from right here. It's giving me a little hard time, but it should. It dropped dead to the bottom. All we need to do is make sure you don't break any sensors. There is sensors in the back, like knock sensor, oil pressure switch. You don't want to break any of that. Connectors, wiring. So go easy on it and just lift it up and get it out of there. That's what we're going to do. Okay, just to tell you a few things. These Dodges are very sensitive on harness. See these wiring? You don't want to yank and turn anything. So there's like a little strap tie right here. I cut that. So you should be able to push this whole harness back in there and twist this starter in there, inside there. No need to take out any coolant lines. No need to take out any coolant line. And this baby just simply just comes out of there, swings out of there. We got one more wire in there. You see this little guy? That's fine. That's no problem. It's not going to go any further than that. So I should be able to least put like a 12 or a 13, whatever's back there. I'm gonna take off that bolt. So this is the same spot where you want to put that bolt in. So once you get the starter right here, okay. So this is where it's sitting at right now. So if you look in there, let's see if I can get the camera to find in there. See, there's wiring in there. There's a knock sensor. There's a whole bunch of wiring that goes to oil pressure switch. I did change the oil pressure switch from the bottom. No need to go bananas. I do got videos on that. You don't need to take out the intake for that. Just need the proper tools. Anyways, I'm gonna take off that, and then so we took out the 1-pin connector. This is the new starter. Let me just show you guys. I got me a Bosch. There was nothing else available at the moment, so there's a couple of numbers on this. If you guys want to find this little guy, that is a part number right there. Bosch is what I'm using. Okay, so we got a 1-pin connector, and this is the bolt we're taking off right now. So this bolt comes off. The new wiring goes over here. The old wiring goes here, and then it locks up. So anyways, let me do that, and we'll continue in a moment. Okay, so that bolt was 13 millimeter. Got it off right there. Used the small little ratchet, 1/4 drive, and guess what? This baby is like, take me out to the party. You ain't going to no party. You're going to scrap. Shirt up, baby. Get out of here. So this is a 12 millimeter now. So you got a little crush washer. So that goes, the connector, the harness goes on first, then all this goes on, and the bolt goes on last. And pretty much, you know what, while it's out, it's a small little starter. Remember that little connector, okay? This little connector right here, this is the little connector, okay? So all you do is you squeeze this little guy and push it back really hard, and it comes right off. That's how easy and simple that is. Make sure you don't get that pinched in there when you put the new starter in. Anyways, this wiring goes on first, and then this red harness goes in next. This big thicker cable goes second. And once I have this all ready, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simply just put this baby right here and start working on it immediately. Anyways, give me a moment to put it back in, and I will show you once it's all completed right from up here. So this thing is pretty much in wiring wise. So this connector, I did not want to connect this right now, but I do want to show you guys at least. So this 1-pin connector simply goes right here, and it should just click right in. Bada bing, bada boom. It shouldn't come out. Try to pull it out, and that's the farthest it's gonna go. To take it out, you squeeze this and push it out really hard. You could do that while it's in there, or you could bring it out this far, but I would do it while it's in there. You can put your hand in there. The reason is because this harness is not that long for you to take out the starter to go back and pull it out, but it's the same procedure that it might not be that long. So what I want to do is I'm going to just take it out, and I'm going to leave it out. Pretty much you squeeze this, and this guy just comes right off. So I'm going to leave it off, and I'll put it on later. But anyways, I'll show you a little bit more after this. So it's all done, guys, boys and girls. This starter is in. Anyways, don't forget the ground here onto this big lead, big bolt here. 15 millimeters. And don't forget to put your harness for the throttle body now, because later on it's going to be going around the air duct pipe, and you don't want that. So I want this thing to be right below here, and make sure you put this connector in. Make sure it clicks and it doesn't come out, and make sure that red tab goes in. Bada bing, bada boom. That's done. So we didn't take anything else out. Nothing else was taken out. Only the air duct pipe goes on. The tray goes on, the battery goes on. Make sure you put the sensor in. Bada bing, bada boom. Very simple job to do. Should be able to do it right here. No need to move any of the coolant lines. Just take it easy. The harness, like I said, the harness are very sensitive on these vehicles. They're crappy design. Look at these. So they could be brittle. And when you're pushing that starter back, I have braking and knock sensors on GMC just by pushing the starter back. I didn't know it was back. They yanked it. So what I did was I levitated the harness from the back. That's why I took out this strap here. That allowed me to push the harness back and the starter go underneath and come out this way, just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more videos, and bye-bye.